So the question is, how close to your goal should you be if you were planning to take the April LSAT, trying to decide whether to switch to June for free or not? Here's some things to keep in mind. Let's say your goal is to get, it's not really that helpful to have a specific goal because that can induce more anxiety even on test day than just kind of accepting that there's a decent amount of variability in scores. And so our goal is just to kind of push up the needle. It may be fluctuating up and down. So sometimes people come to me and they're like, I got to get a 165, or the most common number is 170. I got to get a 170. And I think it's probably better to, in your head, have a goal of mid 160s or upper 160s or low 160s or upper 150s, whatever your goal is, just kind of a rough range. So let's say that's your goal. If your goal is mid 160s, then we have a month, right, until the April LSAT. If you're in the upper 150s, roughly, then I don't think it's unreasonable to get to the mid 160s by April. And so I would plan on taking it. If worse comes to worse, your scores never get better. In fact, they go down. It doesn't usually happen, but it can feel like it. Then you can always, if necessary, withdraw by midnight Eastern time, the night before the official LSAT, and there will be no record that you signed up ever. So law schools won't know about it, and you'll lose your $200, which sucks, but if shit happens and you don't quite get to where you want to get, you can withdraw. But let's say that you get close to April and you're deciding whether or not to withdraw because you kept your seat. If you're scoring in the low 160s and you're trying to get to the mid 160s, and I don't know, you're 2 or 3 points, your highest score is 2 or 3 points from where you want to get, then it's kind of up to you. If you've never taken the test officially before, it might be worth to just go take it because you can have that volatility, do well on test day, and then get your score. Even if you end up taking it again, you have that experience of taking it officially, increasing your chances of doing better even the next time. If you're more than 2 or 3 points away, and then, I would probably postpone. So now, if you're trying to get to the mid 160s and you're like more than 10 points away on roughly, again, this is all rough, but I'd probably postpone. That was a long answer. I hope that clarifies things. Any other questions on scores and when to take the test?
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
Sorry, I stepped away, but what was the answer to the question about if you think that they're going to cancel for April?
Oh, I think it's likely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And do you think that it's possible that they'll have tests being done in some parts of the country and some not?
I think that's a possibility. I think the way they would do that if they did that would be to rely on what local and state officials are saying about social distancing in those states, because LSAC doesn't want to get in the business, I think, of trying to decide where it's good or bad. But that itself sounds like a challenge, right? So I suspect they're just going to say, out of an abundance of caution, we're going to either offer it in May, offer 2 in June, or something like that, or possibly, hopefully, fingers crossed, figure out how to use the proctoring tool that they have for LSAT writing for the LSAT itself. I mean, GRE just did that. GRE is now offering the test from home. And so, like the GRE has done in the past, it has prompted LSAC to take action where in the past they have just sat on their butts. So, for example, the test is digital now because the GRE became an option at some law schools. I mean, I don't know if the LSAC would ever admit that, but it seems like directly related to that, since they've been talking about going digital since 2001 or 1999 or something crazy like that. And now finally they did that right after the GRE started to get accepted by other schools. So anyways, I hope it prompts them to be more creative and take action here. So you might take it at home. Who knows?
Should we email Matt Kim now to extend it, the Demon to June?
Anytime is fine.
If we're signed
Anytime.
up, or should we wait until you guys figure out what you guys want to do? If for the people who are registered for the April test.
Anytime is fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. All right. Let's see here.